Team Fortress 2's Halloween update has come out. I don't really want to make a video just about a Halloween update, so... spellbooks. They've always kind of interested me. There are 3 items in the game that can be used as a spellbook. The Spellbook Magazine, the Fancy Spellbook, and the Fireproof Secret Diary. The Spellbook Magazine is the stock spellbook. It's available to everyone. Originally, you could only obtain it by logging in during Scream Fortress, in particular Scream Fortress 2013 and Scream Fortress 2014, but this is no longer the case. Nowadays, it will only appear in your inventory when you play on a map which has been flagged to use spells. I also noticed it will hang around in your inventory when you leave a map it's flagged to appear on, and disappear again once you join a map it will not appear on. If you're on a map that has spells but hasn't been flagged for them, and you don't have another spellbook, well, you're shit out of luck, I guess. Unlike the other spellbooks, the Spellbook Magazine has no model when equipped. There is a model in the game that makes an appearance on the cart for Gravestone. An interesting bit of trivia is that part of the model texture contains the 2-fort reader page from the Spectral Halloween special, however formatted differently, and part of the WizCon MCLVI article that can be seen on the back. It appears at some point Spellbook magazines became marked as unique items, and also became tradable. They're pretty common however, and they aren't really a collectible high value item or anything. I don't have one despite playing in 2013 and 2014, so I'm not too sure what the conditions were to make a Spellbook magazine unique. I tried adding a name and description tag to the stock mag, but nothing happened. The Fancy Spellbook is made when you put at least 3 pages in an unfilled Fancy Spellbook. An item you get from completing the achievement Hat Out of Hell. You can get this by reaching the Skull Island in Hell Tower, and touching the book inside the skull. There are 3 types of pages that can be added to the book. I looked up how to pronounce these, so hopefully I get them right. They are pages of Ordere, Congere, Grandtenter, Tumidum, and Veteris. According to the TF2 wiki, all these spell names have meanings in Latin. Tumidum is an adjective that can be used to describe something or someone that is swollen or distended, self-confident, or presumptuous. Grandtenter is an adverb that can be used to describe doing something gratefully, gladly, or pleasantly. Odere is a verb to have a mind to do something, or to dare. Congere is not a Latin word, but is similar to congeris, which is a noun for a heap, collection, or accumulation. Finally, veteris is a form of vetus, an adjective used to describe something as old, ancient, or of times past. Hopefully I got all those pronunciations right, because I know nothing about Latin. These will all be given out randomly by Halloween packages, or performing Halloween transmutations. Before Scream Fortress 2015, they were retained from haunted Halloween gifts that would spawn on Hell Tower. Once you have self-published 3 pages to the empty book, you get the Fancy Spellbook. You can continue to add pages as you get them. The exception is the pages of Tumidum, which you can only get one via the achievement Hell Tower, the Mantastic 4, which is obtained by completing 4 Hell Tower achievements. I actually wasn't aware of this, and I asked on both Twitter and YouTube if anyone has more than 1 page, and was quickly corrected several times. I guess the best way to get answers on the internet is to be incorrect. However, I did see a few people claim to have more than 1 page of Tumidum. Maybe a lucky glitch? One commenter, Banksmeter, was even able to show an example of a book containing 2 pages of Tumidum, and explained how it happened. Weirdly enough, I, no joke, have 2 of them. I got the pages from a Give All Achievements command on a free item server a few years ago. For some reason it glitched and gave me 2 Skull Island toppers, 2 Bombonomicons, and 2 of these pages. I used the spare Bombonomicon and topper for a Halloween transmute. I see people think that the effect of holding a spell gets bigger with the more pages you have, but I have not seen any solid evidence to support this. There is no effect on the number of pages you have aside from having a bigger number, which is always important. I even went through the trouble of making a new book on a new account with only 3 pages, and yep, there's no difference between the number of spellbook pages and how big and sparkly the spell is. It's worth noting that Spellbook magazine has no sparkles on its effect. Finally, we have the Fireproof Secret Diary. This was an item that was part of an ARG leading up to the Pyromania update. If you equipped the Eliminating the Impossible set for Medic, it would change the description of the items to "the deeds of the hellish cruelty and none the wiser," which is a quote from a Sherlock Holmes short story called The Adventures of the Copper Beeches. This, along with the descriptions of other items, became part of a large quote. The item stayed around and was made usable during Scream Fortress 2013 as a spellbook. I never received one myself, and they are way too expensive to buy just for a demonstration, so I'm just using pictures from the TF2 wiki. As you can see, it has a model in-game when equipped, and a unique spell effect when in use. Finally, let's look at the weapon deploys 50% faster attribute. Put simply, all weapons in TF2 take half a second to switch to, unless the weapon has a stat that boosts or slows down this time. So what this stat means is that when you fire a spell, it only takes a quarter of a second to deploy and fire, rather than the full half second of most weapons. Pretty quick. And that is pretty much everything I could find about spellbooks. I don't think there's much more I could put in. But now I know, and now you know. And if you haven't, go play Scream Fortress. Go play it.